There seems to be something wrong with our bloody ships today. Vice Admiral David Beattie, after the loss of British battlecruisers, from the UK National Archives, Jutland, Death at Sea. Welcome to Things You Should Know, the Great War Edition. From the White Peaks of Trentino, the story moves north, beyond land, and into gray horizons and endless water. On May 31st, 1916, beneath clouds rolling low over the North Sea, two fleets set out to decide who ruled the waves. It was the largest naval battle of the Great War, the Battle of Jutland, or to the Germans, the Skagerrakschlacht, and I am sorry for that pronunciation. The British Grand Fleet, commanded by Admiral Sir John Jellicoe from the HMS Iron Duke, and his fiery subordinate, Vice Admiral David Beattie aboard the HMS Lion, faced German High Seas Fleet led by Admiral Reinhard Scheer on the SMS Friedrich der Grosse, and battlecruiser commander Franz von Hipper on the SMS Lutzow. At 4:26 p.m., the fleets sighted one another through the mist. Hipper's guns spoke first, and the shells found their mark, and the British HMS Indefatigable vanished in a column of fire. Minutes later, the British HMS Queen Mary followed suit. 2,000 men were gone in an instant. Watching the explosions, Beattie turned to his flag captain and said softly, "There seems to be something wrong with our bloody ships today." And he was right. To sustain rapid fire, crews had ignored flash guards and stacked propellant charges in open passages. One hit was enough to ignite the entire magazine. As the afternoon waned, Admiral Jellicoe deployed his main battle line in a classic maneuver known as crossing the T. In naval warfare, this meant steering your ship so that your line crossed in front of your enemy's course, like the top of a capital T, allowing every gun on your broadside to fire while the enemy could reply only with a few guns facing forward. It was a textbook display of coordination and timing, and for a few minutes Jellicoe's fleet held the perfect firing position. Under this barrage, Scheer was forced to turn away not once, but twice. The sea became a field of shells, smoke, and flaming wreckage. When darkness fell, though, the battle did not stop. Destroyers and light cruisers fought at what was considered knife range, and in one flash of fire, the HMS Invincible was hit and blew apart itself. By dawn, the German fleet had slipped away, battered but not broken, while the Grand Fleet still held the sea. The winner today? Germany claimed a tactical victory for sinking more ships, but Britain retained strategic control of the North Sea. The Royal Navy's blockade remained unbroken, and Germany's High Seas Fleet would never again challenge it in open battle. Casualties and other costs of the battle. The Battle of Jutland was the bloodiest naval encounter of the war. The Royal Navy lost 14 ships, with 6,094 men killed and 674 wounded. Many were entombed in the ruins of the Indefatigable, Queen Mary, Invincible, Defense, Black Prince, Warrior, and 8 smaller destroyers. The German Navy lost 11 ships, with 2,551 killed and 507 wounded, including the battlecruiser Lutzow, Pommern, Wiesbaden, Frauenlob, Elbing, Rostock, and 5 torpedo boats. Witness described the sea as a hell of burning oil and floating wreckage, voices calling through the smoke and in silence as darkness closed in. When the sun rose, it shone on a graveyard of iron and men. Strategic outcome and the impact of the battle. Germany's fleet had fought bravely but gained little. The Royal Navy remained master of the sea lanes, its blockade slowly starving Germany of fuel, metal, and food. The lesson of Jutland was harsh. In a modern war, naval power was no longer won by a single decisive battle, but by the endurance of an entire nation. After Jutland, Germany turned to the U-boat, a new weapon that would bring unrestricted submarine warfare and, in 1917, would cause drawing in the United States into the conflict. Thanks for watching. Join us again next time on Things You Should Know, the Great War Edition.
To add something more to this wonderful year, to honor we call you as free men, not slaves, for who are so free as the sons of the waves? Hearts of oak,